How's it going, guys? Welcome to the video. We got something super special for you guys today. We have the brand new, just released Springfield XD-S Mod 2 9mm OSP.
Take it. If you won't give it to me, I'ma take it. Take it. If you won't give it to me, I'ma take it.
It is a handful of a name, very long and strung out, but this is a new edition. This is the OSP of the already released Springfield XD-S, very popular subcompact gun for carrying and self-defense. And now they make it in the OSP version with the optics cut, and it comes with the Crimson Trace red dot sight. And just a disclaimer, this is the very first red dot sight I've ever used. Never even looked down one before, but I've been doing some practice draws and looking down the sight at home with a dry, empty gun, and have been finding it very easy actually to find that red dot sight quick and easily every single time I put it out there. A couple quick features of this gun: it does have a back strap safety. Some people hate it, some people love it, some people don't care. I'm one of those that don't care. It's actually not very difficult, and I never find myself picking up the gun in any way to shoot where I would not be pressing that down, so I kind of just forget that it's there. It does have a dual mag release on each side. Ambidextrous, has a blade trigger, kind of like the Glocks, where if you try to pull it from the side, you're not able to. You have to pull the trigger straight back in order for it to fire, which is a nice little addition. Kind of like the backstrap safety. I don't really look for those, but they're nice things to have. As far as the grip, it has a decent amount of texture to it. I did find it a little bit slippery, and I still do find it a little bit slippery. So I kind of end up saying that with almost every single gun that comes out. I don't think most manufacturers put enough grip into their guns to actually be able to be satisfactory for myself, which is fine. I'll end up putting Talon grips on it or stippling it myself, one or the other. So right out of the box, you're getting two mags. You have a 7-round flush fit mag with the pinky extension. Looks a little something like that. Has a pinky extension that curves outwards, and I really like that because if I have about medium-sized hands, if I jam my hand in there, I can fit all 3 fingers right there and get a very solid purchase on the gun. Not have to worry about it slipping because I have a pinky hanging off or anything like that. So I like that mag a lot. Even better, they have a 9-round mag that comes with it, and if you pop this in there, it makes that grip super, super long. And it's actually, I believe, a little bit longer than your standard size gun like your Glock 19, but I do like the extra grip added on down there, and feels just as good in the hand. And then, like I said, out of the box, you're also getting this Crimson Trace red dot sight, and I threw that on there. Now it does, in addition to the red dot sight that comes with it, it does come with front and rear iron sights if you want to use those as a backup or instead of the red dot, but I can't imagine. I believe the main reason why someone would want this OSP version would be to have the optics cut and put a red dot on there. So they're generally just going to be a backup on there. So that's as far as we're going to go into the details and specifics of the gun. I don't feel like I need to cover this any further. If you want to see more, you can look at other videos online or look it up on Springfield's website. But we are going to do some shooting. I just shot my very first mag of the 7-round mag, so 7 rounds downrange, and let's go take a look at that grouping. So as you can see on our little poor guy here, we have 5 rounds right there, 1 flyer here, 1 flyer way up there. Generally, we're right here. Was aiming for roughly the center of the head, so we are low and a little bit left. We do have to get the red dot sight set in, obviously, but beyond that, I don't plan on doing too much shooting. And these mags are very, very stiff. They must have some super tight springs in there. Very hard to get them fully loaded. All right, let's fire another couple. I did make some adjustments to this red dot sight since we shot low on there. I turned this so it would adjust to shoot a little bit higher. And let's see how we're doing now. Definitely don't need to shoot that many to get a grouping, but oh well. And I may have adjusted it the wrong way because we're now shooting down here. Instead of going up, we went down. I might have messed up and done it the wrong way, but let's cross these out and try to go the opposite direction. I'm kind of upset with myself that I accidentally turned it the opposite direction. So we went left, we're going to go to the right now. Got 5 rounds in here now. Let's try this. Oh yeah, now we're hitting the head finally. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots. Our 5 shots went in this little circle right here. Might move it slightly to the right now. Made the sight adjustments, got 5 more rounds. Hopefully this works. And now our shots were, well, those were a lot more consistent. We got 2, 3, 4. I'm not sure where that 5th shot went. It might have gone through another one of these holes, like double up on one of the holes. Let's try to adjust it just a little bit more in that direction, see if we can see any difference. By the way, these sight adjustments, very, very simple. It comes with the little Allen wrenches that you need, and there's little tiny holes, and you just twist it. Very, very simple to do, and does not take a genius or any disassembling to make it happen. And now we're gonna go for the center of this guy right here. All right, let's go take a look. And now we're shooting a little bit too far to the right. We got right here, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to bring it back to the left. This is a little bit tedious. I've never actually sighted in a red dot because I've never shot a red dot before, so it's a learning experience for all of us. We are running out of time. This range closes here in like 10 minutes. I got a good feeling about this. We finally got it pretty damn close. I was aiming for this little spot right here and I hit 1, 2, and 3. Very close. Real quick, they're about to close. I gotta get out of here. But final thoughts on this gun. We finally got the red dot sight sighted in. Once you start shooting it, once you start using a red dot, very, very easy to pick up and find on the draw, quick and easy. And honestly, I think it's a little bit more accurate once you get your shooting consistency down. A lot more accurate. Love these mags. The pinky mag, like I said, actually kind of forces my hand to stay on the gun and not slip off because it's curved upward, kind of jams it in there. And the extended mag with a little bit extra room, a little bit extra grip, also a great idea. And love both of them, love the gun. This is the second Springfield that I've got and I love it. I cannot recommend this gun or Springfield guns more. I used to be a Glock fanboy and I'm kind of turning into a Springfield one. All I can say is, wow, that was awesome. Once we finally got it sighted in, it was amazing. We kind of had to hurry and rush out of there not too long right after because the guy came down. This is a private shooting range and the members only, so I had paid to be a member a little while back, and the guy came down and said he was closing very shortly. He's a super nice old guy, so wanted to be polite and respectful and get out of there quick. So we finished up though, got it sighted in, and already I gotta say I am almost as confident with that as I am with iron sights. Felt amazing. I'm kind of turning into a red dot sight fan right now. It was pretty damn cool to see how quickly I could pick it up, and I feel like you can actually kind of pick up the red dot sight when you're looking down the gun a little bit quicker than an iron sight because it stands out super bright red, and the accuracy, you got a little pinpoint you can put on whatever you're trying to shoot at, makes it a little more accurate than trying to hide whatever you're shooting behind the front sights. I loved it. Now, before we conclude this video, all I've said really are positives or neutral things about this gun. I've said I really like the red dot sight. I really like a lot of the features on it, and pointed out some neutral things as well. But we need some negatives, we need some critiques, and I do have some honest criticisms about this gun. One of those things being, I really wish it had front slide serrations. I do a lot of press checks, and I even sometimes like to rack the gun from the front of the gun, especially being that you have a red dot sight in the rear. You can't exactly grab where I'm used to grabbing to pull the slide back to rack it. That means that either you have to grab over top of the red dot sight, which maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of concerned that I would screw up the sighting that I have with the red dot sight if I start pulling on it all the time and yanking on it. Which leaves the front of the gun as one of the only places you can actually rack the gun from. If it had front slide serrations, it'd give you a lot more grip and make it a lot easier to do that, as well as doing press checks and whatnot like that. So that's definitely something that I really wish it had. Not a game changer, not a game breaker, not a deal breaker, but definitely something I wish it did have. Additionally, when you go and compare it to things like the Glock 43X, which, as you may know, has been my weapon of choice for daily carry, concealed carry, my everyday carry, pretty much every single day for the last 6 months or more. I've gotten very used to concealing it, and there are some pros and cons to that. Now, I might do a video separately on this comparison between the two, but just to point out right now real quick, the Glock 43X is going to have more capacity, and it's got 10 rounds instead of the 7 or 9 rounds, depending on which mag you use, with the Springfield XD-S. Also, the Glock 43X has front slide serrations. The Glock 43X does not have an optics cut, so you can't put a red dot sight on it without getting it cut for that. But that's the 43X, the longer version, and you really can only compare to that if you're using the longer extended mag for this XD-S, because with the shorter mag, it's shorter than the 43X. So if with the shorter mag, you're going to compare it to something like the Glock 43, in which case I think this competes with that very, very well, and is just as good, if not better, than that gun for concealed carry. So depending on what you compare it to, and whether you use the smaller flush fit mag with the pinky, or you use the longer extended mag that holds 9 rounds, depending on which one of those you use, you can compare it to a variety of guns out there, and there's really no right or wrong answer here. They're all going to shoot, they're all going to work well. It really just depends on your personal preference, and for me, I'm going to carry this gun around for the next couple months and see how it goes, see how I like it, and it may very well become my weapon of choice and overtake the 43X, despite it having one less round if you put the full extended mag in there, and 3 less rounds if you put the shorter pinky mag in there. But just some food for thought and some considerations for those of you out there that may be trying to compare this or consider buying it when looking at other items out there. My arm is getting super tired now, so we gotta end this video. If you like this video, definitely subscribe to the channel to see more. We're going to be doing another video on this gun, whether it be dedicated to just this gun specifically or comparing it to something like the 43X or the 43, to be determined. But stick around, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and like this video if you enjoyed it or was helpful at all, because that helps the channel a bunch. Leave a comment down below with any suggestions or thoughts that you had on this gun, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.